Welcome! E aí, galera, beleza? Bem-vindo à nossa comunidade.
Welcome to our community.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It is OGC here. Today we are going to look at some epic PvPs. It came from the Clash of Fate Championship, which was yesterday. And if you missed that video, we did win. So for this video, we're going to look at some of the most insane PvPs. So the first one is from Mr. Strapcorn. He is going up against Tinker. I lost 2 times yesterday to Tinker. Mostly because he is amazing, and also I did not have a full army or dragon. So when we look at the stats, it looks like Strapcorn only won in stamina. So let's jump in and see how this unfolded. So Strapcorn has a power side on the top. It matches for the most part up against Tinker's. Tinker opened up with a heal, but in the time that the heal went off, Strapcorn was able to go so deep. He drops down a Cleo's hole, ties up everything, Denji's in deep. That whole top side absolutely shredded and gone. The bottom side is still holding on very well for both, but Strapcorn just went in and he went full aggro. Tinker did do a resurrection. It's just going to buy him some more time. Ultimately, though, with all those archers and having Jax and everything else, all of the power stuff for Strapcorn, he's going to come back. He throws in the Ophidius Deep Snake to help take down some of the heroes. The bottom side, again, is just stalling out between the two. You can see the Spearmen down there from Tinker. They are alive. They are doing well. Now they're caught up in another black hole, and pretty much the moral is collapsed. And before we know it, it is just a lone Belrog. So Belrog versus the world. Good fight to both Tinker and Strapcorn. So next we have Mr. Aladdin. So Aladdin is going up against Kid. Very important to note, by the way. I do show a lot of replays in this channel, and it's none of it's personal. Like the house Area 51 that we played against in Clash, I would consider myself friends with them. We chatted afterwards. Like it's just a game at the end of the day. So none of this is personal. We're just showing some pretty epic PvPs. Of course, I'm biased, and I'm going to show the wins for Blood Moon, but nothing is personal. Everyone is friends. So anyways, let's jump into this. It looks like Kid versus Aladdin. And it looks like Aladdin won all 4 stats. And if we look at damage taken, wow, those swordsmen tanked up quite a bit. So Kid will be on the left, Aladdin will be on the right-hand side. Aladdin won in all 4 stats. So Aladdin is starting off with the spears in the front. Those spears go in deep. On the top side, his Jax is going off with the Belrog to tank up there. And it looks like on the bottom side, there is some archers going off for Kid. However, by the time that Kid's Denji and everything starts coming up, Aladdin has already won that top lane, and he is now moving around. So, like, for example, his swordsmen are in deep. They're back on the Yip. They're going to be coming down. The bottom side is going in the direction of Kid, but Aladdin just did a Varian Resurrection. He should start getting some back. There are swordsmen in the back line for Aladdin. However, again, just like the fight with Strapcorn, Aladdin has enough DPS there that he is going to be able to take it all out. On the bottom side, it now looks like Aladdin is establishing a strong foothold, so he shouldn't be overwhelmed on the bottom. And on the top side, it looks like Kid is slowly weaning down on Kid's swordsman. So this is actually a pretty epic human fight, some human-on-human action. We can see the stalling from both sides, and then the massive amount of cleanup that is needed. Aladdin finally cleans up that top area, and now he can start moving down. It also looks like Aladdin, for the most part, has won the bottom. The very bottom lane is being held up by Kid, but he doesn't have any support for those swordsmen. So it's a matter of time until those swordsmen go down. Once those moral boosts start coming in for Aladdin, I mean, it's all over. It's very hard to fight against a human and or a Rockin who has moral boosts. So good fight to both of you guys. Next, we have another one from Aladdin. So this one is going to be a human versus Rockin. I just want to take a quick peek at Aladdin's dragon. So he's got the 4 purples. He's got a couple damaging things and blessed humanoid. Macleishax has Noble Blood, 3 purples, and a greater humanoid. And it looks like Aladdin won in magic, stamina, and command. Macleishax got might. And sorry, Macleishax, I don't know how to say her name. So right from the get-go, you can see, okay, Macleishax's Belrog. Let's restart that. Watch the Belrog on the right-hand side, the big purple one. That Belrog runs straight into a pack of spears. Spears will melt heroes. And since that Belrog didn't even have the resurrection up yet, that was devastating. That took off a lot of the tankiness from the bottom portion for Macleishax. Her top side seems to be doing fine, although Aladdin has his Denji going off to kind of clear off as many of the swordsmen, but Macleishax's bottom side is completely evaporated. Now Aladdin's swinging on up, and Aladdin should be able to just clean this up in a matter of seconds. Good fights both Macleishax and Aladdin. So this is a rematch between Aladdin and Kid. So again, if we look at it, Aladdin did win in all stats. Some really amazing Belrog damage. I wanted to take a quick peek at their Belrog. Alright, pretty solid Belrog. So many stats right there. Pretty epic all around. And just for comparison, Kid has 198k swords. Aladdin has 172. Aladdin also has 143 attack archers going up against 228 attack archers. Those are some crazy differences when it comes to Temple and Chakra. So Aladdin's power side is on the top, Kid's power side is on the top. They collide. The world is going nuts. The cosmos is going all over the place. Aladdin goes in deep with his Rufio. His Rufio took out so many archers. It is unreal. On this top side, Aladdin is also starting to push forwards. And by starting, I mean that top side is all but gone. The Ophidius black holes, or the Ring of Ragnar black holes, come out. Aladdin is still running around with his Rufio doing damage. He lost the bottom middle lane to Kid, but he's won all 3 other lanes. On this bottom side, it looks like Aladdin is doing very good. Kid is starting to come up, trying to get behind in that bottom middle area, but I think it's too little too late. Aladdin should be able to just do an easy cleanup from here on out. Another black hole goes down, more troops getting sucked in. Not much that Kid can do at this point in time besides try and hold on. And Aladdin is now swinging down. This is so epic, guys. Amazing fights all around. All of these people, I think, are extremely good players. Both Kid, both Aladdin, Macleishax, all the people from Area 51, absolutely amazing players. It was a fantastic Clash of Fate. I enjoyed all of it. We were able to have some really good fights. Got to talk with some friends afterwards. It was a blast all around, so good job. All right, guys, and we will end with Mr. Toby. So if you guys are members of the Toby Nation, make sure to write in the comment section below, #TobyNation. So this first one, Toby is going up against a 280k core. This is Johnny. I think we also got to fight Johnny. I forget if we won or lost. I wouldn't be surprised if we lost miserably. And he is going up against Mr. Toby. So Toby only won in might, and I mean he really won in might by about 718 points in might. And damage received. Okay, so let's go check this out. It looks like Toby completely flawless this. So let's see what happened in all of this. So Toby has a few packs of archers. He goes in. His Avalon is on the front line. The enemy Emerald Dragon with the Aerial Blast helped him out by pushing that back. His Rufio went in wicked deep, took out everything. His Rufio not going down yet. His Rufio is still up. His Rufio is now on the enemy Jax, still healing up. The Leo's Pride. Sorry, I got distracted by Rufio because, I mean, when I think of Toby, I think of a balls deep Rufio. How much more aggressive could you possibly get? So good fight to both of you guys. Next, we have Toby versus Farshid? Farshid. Let's go with Farshid. So Farshid's coming out. And Farshid, it looks like Toby won in both might and stamina. His Denji went ham. And his Ophidius also went ham. And his Rufio has 8 million damage. Pretty epic. I want to take a quick peek at his Denji. See, that, my friends, is a very scary Denji to go against. All right, so let's watch this. See what happened. Toby's Denji is in the middle, just for reference. The enemy starts off with the Raxius stuns. Smart move. And it looks like Toby actually used Black Hole, followed by the 2 other portions from Raxius. His Denji is deep. His Rufio just goes in on top of the Raxius auras, takes out all of the archers in that area. Somebody did a Swordsman Resurrection. I'm going to guess that was Farshid. And at this point in time, it is just pure chaos for Farshid. They're trying to pull everything back that they can. They did a great job fighting Toby on the bottom side. Toby's bottom side was pretty injured due to those snakes in the back line. Now Toby did the dumpling on Denji. This right here, guys, is the power of a really strong Denji. I don't know if you can see that entire unit of swords with their health just rapidly depleting up against pretty much a single hero. One hero that takes 2 cells by 2 cells is by far superior to an entire pack of swords. And now he's going to go up and clean up this top area. I have 10% of my battery left, but luckily we only have a few more replays. So Toby absolutely crushed it. Farshid actually did a really good job up against Toby. Again, I fought Toby. He utterly destroyed me, guys. I had no chance at all. So I give Farshid a lot of credit because he was able to do a bunch of damage to Toby. So now we have Mr. Toby going up against Timbuktu, who's got swordsmen around my level, archers around my level, and spearmen that I'm assuming are by far better than mine. When we look at the stats, Toby's archers went ham. His Rufio is doing pretty much consistently 8 million damage, pretty much 9 million. Let's give him the extra 25k. So Toby won in might. It looks like in every fight Toby wins in might. So Toby's power size on the bottom, Timbuktu is on the top. It looks like there's a pack of spears on the bottom for Timbuktu, which could spell demise for him. Toby's Rufio went in. Rufio went off, guys. Toby's Rufio just literally blows everything up. I'm going to have to take a peek at what his Rufio is geared with, simply because it does so much damage. His Rufio just jumps in and bam, everything is just annihilated. And these fights are over so fast that the only way to even begin to appreciate it all would be to do super slow-mo and go from there. Wow, okay, so his Rufio is... I would not want to have to fight that Rufio, guys. That is a beautiful looking Rufio. Absolutely amazing. Alright, so the last fight of the day, this is going to be Toby going up against Tinker. So again, Tinker beat me twice, so clearly they are a very good player. Toby, however, is also pretty good. And by pretty good, he flawlesses me. So I mean, these are 2 great players going up against each other. Toby's archers look like they went ham. Tinker's Raxius actually did quite a bit of damage. This time Toby's Rufio didn't almost get 9 million damage, instead it's more like 6.2 million. When it comes to damage received, Tinker does have a lot more damage taken, but that makes sense given the outcome of the battle. And Toby barely lost anything. Holy crap. Alright, let's jump in and see how this one unfolds. So Tinker has a lot of stuff on this bottom side along with the spears to wrap around. The problem for him is his swords are going to completely drop before the spears can get in on the flank. So typically if people run with spears in the back, they want the spears to wrap around and get back on those heroes. Just like we talked about earlier when we were watching the Balrog drop to the spears. Tinker wants those spears to get back. If those spears got back, he would have taken out Jax. And that would have been devastating for Toby. So Toby now does Black Hole. He ties up everything in that top side. On this bottom side, those swords are just about down. As soon as those swords drop and those spears have no support with them, it's disaster for the spears. So the spears drop. Toby has flawlessly won this bottom side. So even Tinker's Ophidius, she's now down. So there's no more snakes. And on the top side, Toby's just swinging up. His Rufio is in there deep, taking out the rest of the archers. Took out all of those heroes. That spin ray through everything. It just sucked them all in, and then they're all gone. So make sure in the comment section below you put down hashtag TobyNation if you are a big fan of Toby and or want him to come back on and do another interview maybe about formation design and things like that. Make sure that you guys like, share, subscribe if you want more amazing content. And there's a bunch of information in the descriptions of these videos. Feel free to go check them out. And until next time, guys, have a wonderful day. Enjoy the update that's coming out tonight, and we'll see you tomorrow.